Breakfast with Louise Holland.
BBC Radio Cambridgeshire.
8:33, good morning. In a few moments, you got the first chance to hear Lewis Capaldi's new track. Before that, though, do you have a favourite small independent shop or business where you live that you use instead of the big supermarkets and chains? Well, yes. Tomorrow is Small Business Saturday. Amir's going to be talking about it much more after 10. But we wanted to talk about it a bit now as well, because whilst we're being encouraged to shop local and support businesses in our communities, events like this really help us. The initiative is now in its 10th year. Organisers say it's more important than ever for us to show our support at a time when many small firms are feeling the pinch. Michelle Ovens is the director of Small Business Saturday. Thanks for coming on, Michelle.
Hello.
Hi. So what's the idea behind this? Why is it needed? Because I need no help in shopping locally. In fact, actually, I should be encouraged to shop a little bit less.
No, not at all. I mean, but it's a really good point. You know, people are, maybe holding back on the spend a little bit and worried about bills. And it's not really about saying to spend more. It's saying about being conscious about where you spend. So thinking about where that money goes, thinking about who owns that business and where that money's staying. We know, money tends to stay in local communities. If you shop with a small business, it supports local employment. It also supports other things like local social care and tends to be more sustainable. So there's lots of positives for supporting small businesses, but also because, it's a tough time to run a small business right now. There's lots of pressures, that's energy bills and inflation. We know from our research with American Express that 66% of businesses are saying they're really struggling with rising costs at the moment. And they feel you feel quite powerless. You can't really impact those things. But what you can do, hopefully, is get more people through the door, get more people shopping, maybe switching their spend from a big business, not necessarily spending more. And then you get that kind of feel good feeling, when you've supported a local small business, you see the smile on their face, a Merry Christmas for everyone.
And I guess, Michelle, it must be really exhausting running a small business to keep motivated when you're not going to have the support of big supermarkets or big chain shops. It's kind of maybe you and a business partner or an investor. How creative do small business owners have to be to keep customers coming through the door, but maybe reinventing themselves, coming up with different ideas to keep relevant? How are they doing it?
You're absolutely right. The vast majority of the 5.5 million small businesses in the UK, like 5.3 million, are tiny micro businesses, less than 5 employees. So they're really little businesses we're talking about here. And joining up with other businesses in your community has been a really strong trend we've seen over the pandemic. And that community support, that peer-to-peer support has been incredibly important. Not just to have someone else in the same boat when you're facing challenges, but also for inspiration. Have you tried doing this online? Have you tried this marketing technique? Have you tried this? And we see huge amounts of innovation and inspiration coming through the small business community through those connections. So, we'd always say to businesses, don't try and do this on your own, because for tiny businesses, it can feel very lonely. Meet other people, tap into your community, peer-to-peer support, get a mentor. There's loads of that stuff available, loads of it available through Small Business Britain. And actually, there is opportunity out there. The economy may not be growing right now, but it hasn't disappeared. People are still spending.
So, Michelle, I know I've got a minute before I've got to let you go. So see if you can answer this in a minute. You'll get your gold star of the day. If somebody's sitting at home at the moment and they're on the verge, they're so ready to launch their new business, or they've always wanted to do it and they really think that this is the time, they might be put off by all the negativity that we're hearing about the economy and how tough it is. Is it still worth starting a small business right now?
Absolutely. The UK is one of the best countries in the world to start and run a business. There is a huge amount of free, very positive support out there for you. We know during the last recession, it was a huge boom for new entrepreneurs starting up. Start at the bottom and you can grow as the economy grows. So if you're thinking about it, go for it. Everyone out there wants you to be successful. We will all support you. So give it a go.
Michelle, what a lovely positive news story to talk about this morning. Thank you so much, Michelle. You're going to be busy this weekend as well, aren't you? Never mind. Good luck. Michelle Ovens, the director of Small Business Saturday.